But now, okay, so one of the reasons, right? So this is kind of one of the reasons why I'm like so against it is because like if you're like if you say okay at all, if you're like even a little bit like maybe we can have abortions in this case, it's always gonna get further and further and further into the abyss of it getting worse. So this guy right here, right? He believes is this all the way to the pre? Okay, I guess it is. He believes that the Department of Justice, what was it? The Department of Defense. So basically saying that, you know, we should be giving abortions to the military and the army. And, you know, the government should be giving abortions to, you know, service members and stuff. So basically, yeah.
I know the president and the administration is looking at that. You know, one area of particular interest to me, since I sit on both the Intelligence Committee and the Armed Services Committee, is looking at the Department of Defense and our military bases and the extent that they can help provide assistance, reproductive rights and abortion services. I think that's something we should look at. You know, our men and women in the military that might be in states where those services may very well soon not be available. I think could potentially step into the breach here a little bit and provide assistance. So we have to look at all options. I know the president and the administration is looking at that.
So he basically just said, as I said, the Roe v. Wade would just getting rid of it would just allow the states. So he was saying that in that situation where there are states that are like it's illegal, then the Department of Defense would basically allow abortions in those states within the confines of, or I guess for the people that are in the military. So if you live in a state that says it's illegal in the state and you're in the military and you're in whatever state, well, you can still have the abortion because the Department of Defense will allow you.
That's an odd flex to have.
Yeah, I don't think the thing is, I don't think that they have that kind of power.
They don't, and they shouldn't.
They don't have. The states have more
the
power.
Military kind of lets you get away with some things, but
yeah, I think
that's one of those things that you shouldn't, because just because you're in the military doesn't mean that you should have that kind of right. That's a bit.
Yeah, and plus the states have more power than the federal, like the local government has more power than the federal government within their, you know, state. So that they wouldn't be able to do that. It would still be illegal. You know what I'm saying? So this guy is just crazy. And then what the thing that I was mentioning is this bitch right here. Trump calls her Pocahontas because she pretended that she was Native American for, you know, what was it called? Like benefits, basically. And she's not. And this dude asked her what Elizabeth Warren refuses to name any limitations on abortion she supports. So basically abortion up until the day before you have the baby, right?
What?
Yeah. See that? Yeah. So,
just like you're saying now, in the book you write, you believe in a woman's choice no matter how difficult the decision. But there's a question, should there be any limits on abortions?
You know, I'm going to put it this way. I think that the woman who is most affected should be at the heart of this.
Of course.
I think that she should be able to call on her partner,
right?
Her mother, her priest, her rabbi. She should be able to bring in the people she needs.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
That's cringy.
Yeah. She literally won't name any restrictions. Just have an abortion for however long. And then what happens is, like they're doing in California, you can have an abortion up to 7 days after you've already had the baby, which is no longer an abortion. That's just literally just killing the baby. Literally just having the baby and then sacrificing it to killing it, basically. So you see where this is going. It's just it's just adding onto it.
It just keeps going. It's literally a rabbit hole. It's literally a rabbit hole. The more you look into it, the more ridiculous it sounds.
Now, here's the really big thing, though. You probably didn't know this because I didn't know this until a few days ago. You know, the whole thing with this is because of Roe versus Wade. And did you know that Roe versus Wade was like some lady who was raped, and then that's why did you know that she lied?
Wow.
Yeah, it was all a lie.
It's almost like a lot of these rape accusations are
privacy around an alleged rape. Problem being, that rape was about as real as our president's hairline.
Jane Roe's story was a terrible one. She said she had been gang raped, gotten pregnant, was desperate to get an abortion. That's what everyone believed, as long as Jane Roe remained anonymous, When she went public, she told a different story.
You were raped while you were in Georgia?
That is a long pause.
No, I wasn't.
You were not?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, so all those stories
Yeah. Sorry
are
for
in
all
the
those
books
out
and
there
so
that are using
forth?
rape as like
It's
an
not
argument.
even. That's not even the worst part. Listen to what she says later.
They're not true.
Right.
And it turned out that lying wasn't the only embarrassment this darling of the pro-choice
even
forces
pregnant.
presented. In her personal treatise published last year, Norma McCorvey told the story of her somewhat sordid life. Then she still adamantly supported abortion. Now she adds that to the list of sins she took with her into the baptismal pool.
I've cheated people out of money. I've sold drugs. I was an abusive alcoholic for many years.
This chick was totally.
She was a bad person, to sum it all up.
And then all of this is because she lied. So this thing shouldn't even exist. Shouldn't even have been a thing in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, now we're fighting over because she lied. Mm-hmm. And of course, all the folks going crazy over it. Hey, look at there.
If Roe versus Wade gets overturned, there will be mayhem in these streets.
For everyone out there with uterus, get on Amazon, buy Plan B generic. It's about $10. Stock up for any of your friends, family, any person with uterus that may need it in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
Anti-abortion, anti-trans, and
This bitch doesn't even
anti-LGBT
look
laws are
cute.
inseparable from one another and
Gosh.
all represent an attack designed to enforce a gender hierarchy. The whole point is to reduce our genders and sexualities
I think
to
it's
the
a dude.
biological role of reproduction and to use that to control our bodies.
I don't care.
You know what? I'll just go ahead and say it. If Roe v. Wade gets overturned,
person.
I am fucking getting a vasectomy.
That's the same
Yeah, that's
person?
right. I'll fucking protest and get a vasectomy.
To the white women that keep
My-
saying that it's going to be like Handmaid's Tale when
Oh, gosh.
Roe v. Wade
You
is
can't even say it right.
overturned. Please shut up. Please shut up.
No,
Because
you
people of
should.
color have been experiencing Handmaid's Tale since we became this fucking country.
This is a way to keep the population going so that they can have workers and keep making the rich rich.
This is the...
Okay, that's enough. Because it's just so
I can't
much.
keep- yeah,
I
I'm about to
can't.
ask you to
I'm like,
stop.
God. Okay. You people are stupid.
These
You're
are the
just
clowns.
saying
These are the
nonsense.
real clowns of the week.
Right, the
Honestly.
real clowns. Clowns
Laura,
of
can
the
you push
week.
the button for me real quick? Thank you.
Oh yes. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. That feels better. I can. Really?
Okay, I can't do that. Nope, we're live. That's no.
Okay. Now I will say this, right? So all these people look crazy and they're saying stupid shit, but to be honest, to be fair, I'm going to show something that kind of actually makes things look not as bad as you thought. First off, there were protests and stuff, and they magically somehow got a whole lot of pre-made signs, magically, almost like as if it was pre-planned. And you know what I'm saying, look at all that shit. It was like almost immediately. But yeah, the people are trying to attack the Supreme Court, and she's like, they're just mad, so fuck her. Fuck you, Jen Psaki. But these people right here, right, it looks like she's about to be like, yes, abortion's for everybody. But actually,
They were told that their children were just clumps of cells, and then they read an embryology textbook and they realized how much they were lied to, and then they grieve their dead children and have PTSD meltdowns because no one told them their children were their children. We all deserve better than abortion. This is why I'm here today, not just for the children, but also for their mothers. Abortion is fascism. Abortion is patriarchal oppression. Abortion harms all. Absolutely.
Within a 5-mile radius of where we're standing right now, there's three abortion facilities that offers elective abortions through all 9 months of pregnancy. One, on Georgia Avenue, a nurse practitioner is trying to do abortions, elective 9-month abortions. There's a multi-million-dollar lawsuit going on right now. This is the face of abortion extremism. The face of abortion extremism is the 5 late-term elective abortions we found in the medical waste. We held those late-term aborted fetuses, those babies, And that's the face of abortion.
So it's kind of weird because, you know, these people are definitely on the group where they would be like, yes, abortions, but they're like against it. So when you see this, it's not like one side versus the other, because there is always a group that is like intertwined in there. And of course, this topic is one of those very spicy topics, that separates people.
As
like,
evidence from,
almost always.
We literally had like a 15-20 minute discussion on it. Like,
so it's like a very separating thing, but people, this is kind of like a divide and conquer like tactic, which is why I'm saying they're using this, because it's an election year, to do the same thing that they did in 2020 with all the mostly fiery but mostly peaceful riots. Or sorry, protests. Yeah. Fiery but mostly peaceful protests.
Mostly
you know what
peaceful.
I'm saying.